Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities. Presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, four-time best-selling author, CEO and founder of Ashley Little Enterprises, LLC, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. Tonight we have an amazing special VIP guest by the name of Jay Allen. A little bit about him. Jay Allen is a North Carolina native, born and raised in Eden, North Carolina, with strong ties to his birthplace of Greensboro, North Carolina. Jay was raised by his grandparents and nurtured by a loving village of people who cared for him like one of their own. Jay holds a bachelor's degree in finance from North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University and an MBA from David Lipscomb University, located in Nashville, Tennessee. During his graduate tenure, Jay was selected to participate in the international internship program located in Hong Kong, China. Jay Allen is the founder of Allen Financial Solutions and co-owner of Boss Hog Logistics, LCC. In addition to his entrepreneurial ventures for past 13 years, Jay is also a financial service industry professional for a Fortune 100 company. In 2016, he earned a promotion and relocated from Nashville to Overland Park, Kansas, where he currently serves as an area sales and operations manager for Caterpillar Financial. Outside of work, he enjoys being outdoors, spending time with family and friends, traveling the world, and sharing his professional and personal development with youth. Welcome to the table, Jay Allen.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
I am doing great. I'm happy to have you at the table today.
I am honored to be here. I'm very excited. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait.
So tell us more about, we've read your amazing bio, so tell us more about your entrepreneur journey.
You know, I feel like I've been an entrepreneur all my life. I was that little kid in middle school who would go out and buy chewing gum and sell it for $0.25 a piece. When I broke the pack open, I would double my money, and I would go back to the store and buy more. So at an early age, I understood profit margins, but not really knowing it. I never really, went forward with that passion until later in life. Like yourself, I'm a professional by day, entrepreneur by night, and there's so many things that I have a passion for, and finance being one of those passions. And that's kind of how I got to where I am now with having my credit repair and financial business.
I love it. Love it. So you've been in the financial industry for 13 years. So tell us more about your experience in the financial industry.
I'm an Aggie, like yourself. Majored in finance at North Carolina A&T. Did an internship with a company called Caterpillar Financial. Came in early on in customer, relations type role, dealing with customers. And I kind of just fell in love with the numbers, the people, problem solving, critical thinking. So I've been in several roles. Like I said before, 13 years in this space. I spent 5 of those years in credit, reviewing both personal and business credit of all sizes, unsecured and secured lending, and that's really where my passion lies now.
Love it. Because right now, so what are you doing in the financial industry now? You are more so on the credit side now, right?
Absolutely. Yes, I am. So, as I mentioned, I spent 5 years as a credit analyst, and I was noticing over and over again a lot of applicants who I had to decline or who I had to not approve for what they wanted to get approved for. I noticed that when I would speak to them after the approval, they just didn't have the financial acumen. They just didn't understand credit. And these are people who were highly intelligent and who wanted to start businesses, but they never delved into credit. A lot of them paid cash, a lot of things. So I knew then that there was a problem in this country, not really realizing how big that problem was. There are over 60 million Americans right now with less than perfect credit, so below 700. And a lot of folks struggling in that space just due to lack of education. I didn't learn financial literacy in high school, middle school, kind of just trial and error. And that's the foundation of what I do now with the credit repair and financial literacy piece of my business.
So why do you think people are not financially educated? Do you think it's laziness, or do you think it's just they're not listening to the right people, or the lack of knowledge?
Well, I think it could be all of the above. You have people who are expert in their field, and that can be PhDs, doctors, lawyers, and they still may not understand the financial piece of it. So they spent 10,000 hours in that space where they're expert, but they didn't spend a lot of time in the space of finances. And I think a part of the reason is because it was never taught in school. We had science when it cut frogs up and things like that, but we never studied those things that would truly give us life skills, taxes, finances, and credit. I think people, too, sometimes not really knowing any better, taking advice from the wrong people. I personally, even though I'm in finance, I have a financial advisor. I have someone that I go to talk about my future, where to put my money when I make it. So I'm taking advice from the right people. I'm taking advice from people who have social proof in that space. And I think, sometimes that people ask their uncle who was a smart guy, but he maybe didn't have it together. A bold question would be, hey, Unc, show me your bank account. So before I take advice from you on money, let me see how you're managing your money. Let me see how you're investing. Lack of information, I can't say that because we live in a time where information is at our fingertips every moment of the day. We're on Facebook a lot, on IG a lot. What if we went to YouTube University? You can Google anything these days and learn about it. So we can become an expert in that field by just studying it. And I think there are many books out there that we have access to, and we're just not picking them up. Or we may not be exposed to the information to even know this is available to us.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So tell us about your passion about helping people maintain and achieve good credit.
Absolutely. Being a credit analyst was always a rewarding job when I approved somebody. But being a credit analyst was a tough job when I declined someone. And as part of company policy, I wasn't allowed to give you credit advice. I can only say I cannot approve your application as you submitted it. Being in this industry now as an entrepreneur in the credit repair space, credit education space, I can help my clients now be proactive. Because here's the thing, once you go to a lender and they see what we call DROGs, negative items, on your report, you already given that lender a reason to doubt you. So I highly encourage you to go ahead and be proactive and get that stuff removed from your credit report. I always ask people, would you drink water out of dirty glass? And the analogy is this. The dirty glass is your credit, and it has slow pays, late pays, it has tax liens, all that bad stuff. Some people try to take the approach, well, I'll just build it better going forward. I'll put clean water in dirty glass. That's the wrong approach because you wouldn't drink clean water from a dirty glass. So I just advise people in advance, be proactive, get that done, and that's part of what I do is educate. So before we even talk about the credit repair, I want to know your situation with credit. I want to know if you know what's on your credit report. So a lot of people that come to me have no idea why their score is low. So then we start there. I want to know what your goals are with your credit. Is it to buy a house? Is it to get an apartment? Is it to buy a car? That helps me understand how to move forward with you because some people don't have bad credit. Some people just have limited credit. So they may need additional trade lines. They may need to go get a credit card or a secured card will be a better option for them.
So what are some strategies you would give to listeners who are struggling with bad credit?
First, I would say pull it. Annualcreditreport.com is a great resource to go to. Credit Karma is a indication of your FICO score, but Credit Karma uses what's called your Vantage score, and Vantage is not what is getting pulled right now at banks and lenders. I would highly advise people to go to annualcreditreport.com, pull their report, and pay the money. Pay the extra $10 per report and get your score. And then analyze it. Find a credit counselor. You can call me directly. We can walk through it. And that's really the starting point. Is let's identify what's in your profile. Let's make sure that it's your information, because see, sometimes what happens is if you have a father, son, a senior, junior, sometimes those files get crossed. So we need to first identify and make sure that everything on this report you can identify, you remember applying for, you remember getting approved for, you remember getting declined for. That's the first place we want to start, because identity theft is the biggest crime in the country. Once we go there, we can start looking at your credit factors, okay? So we know that payment history makes up 35% of your FICO score. So I'm going to start analyzing your payment history. Have you been 30 days late, 60 days late, things like that, okay? Credit card usage is 30% of your FICO score. Now I want to analyze your credit card usage, because the answer may be pay your cards off, pay them down, okay? Credit mix, new credit, and things like that don't take up as big of a chunk of your FICO, but they all play a major part.
Okay. I love that. I love that. For all of our listeners that are listening, if you are in this situation, definitely pull your credit to start to see where you're at first. So, Jay, what are some strategies you would give to listeners about building legacy? Because that's so important, is to build legacy.
To build legacy, I would definitely say I think credit is a good piece of that. Mm-hmm. Because with credit, you can build wealth. Use your credit to buy real estate and businesses to invest in, whether you're an angel investor and you're just giving money, or whether you're part owner of a company. I think at that point, you need to figure out ways to protect your money, whether that's life insurance, will and trust, power of attorney, things of that nature, disability insurance as well. And I do not recommend only using what your job has. I recommend finding a good financial advisor and getting those services. I call those mobile policies, because if you leave your job, that policy is no more. Get somewhere to where you can have a policy in place that follows you wherever you go. Because the reality of being born means one day you're going to die. And by putting that stuff in writing with a will and trust, when you pass away, you ensure that your people behind you get they're supposed to get easily. They're not going through a probate court and things of that nature.
Thanks for sharing those nuggets for people who are, trying to continue to build legacy, because building legacy is important. We should be building legacy every day, because we want to make sure that when we're gone, that, whatever we're working on, real estate, life insurance, whatever you want to leave down to your kids, that they have something when you're gone. So
right.
You are the CEO. You are the CEO and founder of Allen Financial Solutions. So please tell us more about your company and how we can purchase your services and support.
Okay, sure thing. So Allen Financial Solutions is a company that I founded that focuses on credit repair and financial literacy. Credit repair is our foundation of what we do. We also offer 11 other services as well. And those services include budgeting, will and trust, power of attorney services. Also includes identity theft protection, identity theft monitoring, credit monitoring as well. It also includes a savings goal calculator. So these are all things that people need to have in order to restore, rebuild, and protect their finances at the same time. I can be located at allenfinancialsolutions.biz. allenfinancialsolutions.biz. You can call me or text me at 913-553-8492, or you can text the word table representing this interview with Ashley Little. You can text the word table so I know where you came from to get your free consultation set up with me. I'm also on Instagram at J83Allen. Once again, at J83Allen. And you can also email me as well. You can email me at takecontrolcredit@gmail.com. Again, all spelled out, takecontrolcredit@gmail.com.
So please reach out to him if you all are seeking, some financial help with budgeting, wills, credit. Definitely reach out to Jay. He's doing some great things in the community. So, Jay, you are the co-owner of Boss Hog Logistics LCC. So tell us more about your business. Tell us more about it and how we can get involved and support.
Absolutely. So Boss Hog Logistics LLC is actually the brainchild of my business partner. He was the original founder of the business, first driver of the business. And kind of how I got involved was, I believe that our environment will change us before we change it. And I focused this year on putting myself in the environment of others who are like-minded and even way further along than me. And I kept being exposed to transportation as a business opportunity. And I heard it over and over again, started doing some research about the need. My business partner and I, we met and discussed the opportunity to merge. I was able to invest and become a co-owner. We basically moved dry freight. We moved dry freight all across the United States. We just hired our second driver. Pretty excited about that. And I tell you, anyone that wants to invest in something, this is a great industry to be in. Products have to get moved. They have to get moved, and they're moved by people. And right now, there is a shortage of drivers in the U.S., and there's an abundance of work in the U.S. Our biggest challenge right now is keeping up with the demand. We actually may have a third driver starting in the next month. So things are moving a lot faster than we thought they would. Our goal was to have 2 trucks on the road by December 31st, but it looks like it could be 3 or 4.
Amazing. Well, super congratulations to you and Boss Hog and, Allen's Financial. So great. You have some great things in store.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you very much.
So I asked all my guests this question because I know you're continuing to build your own table. But how did you create your seat at the table?
I seek to add value. I take inventory of myself and the things I do well, or the people that I know. So I've come to realize I'm a good connector. I seem to be able to connect with people wherever I go. So what I do with that is, if I meet someone that does a certain service or has a certain product that they need to sell or move, I may not have an interest myself, or I may not need the service myself, but I'm always seeking to publicize someone else's business for them, whether that's a share, a phone call connection with somebody else that I may know, that they may need to know. And I seek to add value. I never walked into a situation or to a table with my hand out. I come humble and hungry. I come to take notes, and I hope to, I obviously walking away fed, but I come to feed first. And that's been my way of being at the table. And I learned that, through just being in the right environment, around the right people. I noticed that those who are very successful seek to serve first, and that's kind of what I've been copying. I was told that there's nothing wrong with being a copycat as long as you're copying the right cat.
Most successful leaders have been servants first, and it's always better to help somebody else get to the next level. So I'm definitely a big believer in that successful leaders, a true successful leader, is one who reaches back and pulls forward.
Absolutely, I agree.
So you got some great things you've been doing. We're in quarter 3 now. We're about to be in quarter 4 soon. So what can we expect from you the rest of 2019?
Throughout the end of the year, my goal through the 31st of this year is to help 200 more people, whether that's individuals or families, get their credit fixed. This year, hope to have 4 trucks, maybe 5, on the road this year with Boss Hog, and just preparing for next year in terms of more growth. I'm working right now to prepare myself for real estate. I'm putting it out there right now in the air. My birthday is February 20th, and I plan to have my first rental property by that time.
Awesome. Super congratulations. And I wish you much success in your journey. I'm sure all this amazing stuff that you have going on for the rest of this year is going to be great. And then you're going to be an author, too. So you're part of a project that we're doing together as well. So
yes, ma'am.
you got some
yes,
great
ma'am.
things coming up.
Yes, ma'am. And that's, Ashley, you have been a blessing. We went to school together. We were there at the same time. We still can't figure out how we met, which is hilarious to me. But you're one of those people that I would say that you are part of the environment that I need to be in. You are always striving to be better and to get better. I have no idea when you sleep. To this day, I can't figure out when you sleep, but it's to watch you move in such urgency and sincerity is motivating and inspiring. And I appreciate everything that you've done for me over the past few months. And I look forward to adding value to you as well.
I love it. And you are welcome. You're doing some amazing things, Jay. So I can't wait to see all the great things that God is going to continue to do in your life. So I want for you to tell our listeners how they can follow you on all social media platforms.
Absolutely. Let's follow Instagram first. Instagram, JAY, numbers 83. My last name, Allen, ALLEN. On Facebook, I am just Jay Allen, JAYALLEN.
So please follow and support Jay. He is somebody to know. Definitely support him and all of his amazing things that he has going on. Jay, I would like to thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule to come to the table tonight, and I can't wait to invite you back.
Hey, listen, my pleasure. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Whatever you need from me going forward, just let me know. Thank you again.
All right, thank you. And I would like to give a special thanks to Tammy Collins Marquis and John Schamberger. I would also like to give a special thanks to author Kimberly McLemore and my intern Sarah from Tennessee State University and my intern Savon from Virginia Commonwealth University. You all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.